Okay, in this lesson, we are revisiting the Venn diagram that you started in the first module of Thrive. So if you go back to that first module, you'll remember that you started a Venn diagram and you filled in the left-hand side, which is all about you and your business. It was your values, your interests, your hobbies, your transformation story, everything that related to the business that you're operating and your values, what you stand for as a business. So now I want you to revisit that same Venn diagram and start filling in the right side of the Venn diagram. This is your customer side. This is your client side. This is where you're going to put everything that you've just defined and fill that out. So in that side of the Venn diagram, I want you to include your community's interests, your community's values, your community's hobbies, their desires, their wants, their needs, what they're looking for, their transformation. Put everything that you've just established into that side of the Venn diagram. Then I want you to take a look at the intersection. This is where your promise for your brand comes to life. This is also where the profit for your business comes to life. Because where you can intersect, that is where you create know, like, and trust with your community. That is also where you create service for what they need and they desire. And that's where you create connection because they feel seen, they feel valued, they feel understood, and they feel like they can trust you to help them get to where they want to go. So that intersection of the Venn diagram is the sweet spot. So what can really help is to look at the fully filled out Venn diagram and highlight the things that overlap. So these can be values that are shared between each side. These can be needs and desires that are shared between each side. These can be hobbies and interests that are shared between each side because all of those shared crossovers in the Venn diagram are going to help your marketing and messaging later on. It's also going to help you with your products. So something you can think about if you're a visual artist and your focus right now is working with a bigger company rather than just one individual customer, is thinking about what that company values, what that company's interests are, what their needs and desires are. So for example, maybe you really love and value being outside and nature, and that's in the left side of the Venn diagram on your side. And then maybe the company that you're profiling for this ideal community, this ideal customer that you're serving, they value outdoor nature too because they're an outdoors brand. So that intersection is a perfect lineup for you to pitch your artwork, which could be about nature, to them. So once you've filled out that side of the Venn diagram, you have your filled out Venn diagram, look at that intersection and start to list out the crossover points. Once you've done that, it's time to revisit your brand promise that you started to create in the first module. Remember, it was that kind of fun Mad Libs exercise. I help blank, your ideal community, achieve blank, a transformation, through my blank, a main product, process, or system, or methodology. What this means is blank, and you explain the primary benefit you provide to your clients and customers. So revisit what you created, and now with everything you know about defining your ideal community, does anything need to change? And it's okay. Again, remember, this is clay, this is soil. You get to amend it, you get to change it, you get to transform it as you learn more. So it's likely that something needs to shift. If it does, redo that Mad Libs exercise, recreate that brand promise to better fit where you're at with this new information. Once you've filled out the rest of your Venn diagram and revisited your brand promise, join me in the next lesson where we will chat about the power of one. I will see you there.